Hey everyone, Val here, and I am with Steve, and I think we are live. All right, let me give it just 1 second. There we go. All right, we're live. And we have Todd Saw in the house already. Hi, Todd. And we have
Todd.
The K and Mac Project, which is Sock Monkey in the house. Hi, Sock.
Hi, Sock. How are you today? Hi, Minnow.
Hi, Minnow. So Todd is saying that Berry's still live, but he's been on for 55 minutes, so he's probably just about done. So that's cool. I didn't catch his live tonight. We just got done eating not too long ago, and I was trying to catch up on a couple of other things, and Steve's not in the video. So there we go.
How can I look good if I'm not in the video?
I don't know. Troy is here, Adventure America. Hey, Troy, how are you? So we're trying to come up with ideas for live streams. So we thought tonight we would just talk about the first cruise we ever took, and that was way back in 2010. So that's going to be our subject matter for tonight. I will put a link in the chat box if anybody wants to come in and hang out with us. And ask us questions or just hang out and chat with us. That's fine. Let me get the link in here. There we go. Whoops. Oh, hey, Angela. How you doing? How's she feeling? So there's the link. I guess 2010 sounds recent. That was 16 years ago.
Yeah. So we've been on at least 16 cruises.
Well, some years, like 2020, we didn't cruise. But then there's some years we took 2 cruises.
It's been about 16.
So we've had about 16 cruises or so. She's doing good, good. Betty's here from Retirement Days. Hey, Betty. How you doing?
Hi, Betty.
So our very first cruise ever. If you want to come into the chat and hang out with us, feel free to do that. The link is posted there. And I welcome anybody who wants to come in and just hang out with us. So feel free to jump on. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to be able to. Let me see, because I have a lot of pictures up. So, all right, let me show you a picture. And then it'll free up a space for somebody to come on if you want to come into the chat, because I've got all of my spaces taken up. So I'm going to add to the screen. This is the ship, our very first ship that we were ever on. And this is Celebrity Mercury. And it was launched in October 27th, 1997. It's a Century class ship. It was initially named MC Mercury. The ship was rebranded Celebrity Mercury in 2008. In 2011, it transitioned to TUI Cruises and was named Main Skiff 2.
What year was your Z28, Todd?
So this is a picture of this ship at night. So in June of 2023, it was renamed Mirella Voyager. It has a gross tonnage of 77,713 gross ton. It accommodates 1,886 passengers, and it had a crew of 909 with 935 cabins or staterooms. That's a little background on the Celebrity Mercury, who is no longer with Celebrity.
So Todd said the only cruising he ever did was cruising down Main Street in the Z28, a 1978 Z28.
Nice.
What happened to the 78?
Hey, Mandy. Mandy's in. Mandy Rain from
Hey, Mandy.
California. Or Washington. So, yeah, what happened to the Z28? Sold at mid-90s for $2,500. Oh, you got ripped off. All right, so this is what we looked at. This is what we looked like 16 years ago. Are you ready for this one, y'all?
No.
That was us. Have we changed much?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Look at that.
What do y'all think? Have we changed much? This was us 16 years ago when we were on our very first cruise. You need to stay in the picture or something. Y'all tell Steve to get into the frame of the picture there.
Sock says we're still a good looking couple.
Yeah, well, we don't know about that. We do the best we can. You look like you're chilling. Yeah, we were just chilling. It was our first cruise, and it was 12 days, which was a long cruise for a very first cruise when you don't know if you're going to like it or not.
I was ready to get off the boat by the time it was over.
Yeah, because we did 5 islands. We went Southern Caribbean out of Baltimore. We went down to St. Kitts, St. Croix.
St. Croix was cool. I like St. Croix.
Yeah, Antigua, St. Martin's, and St. Thomas.
So in St. Croix was our first stop.
No, St. Kitts was our first stop.
No, St. Croix was our first stop.
St. Croix was our second stop.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've got all the pictures in order.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Yeah.
All right.
And we'll talk about what we did in each of the places.
All right.
So, have we gotten seasick? Yes. I have gotten seasick before. Actually, one of these cruises out of Baltimore, I was seasick.
She's actually got a video of the seas, and we probably shouldn't have been out there doing that, but it's a good video. It gives you a good idea how big the waves were.
The seas got a little rough, but
Yeah.
I think it might be on my channel somewhere, so you might be able to Google rough seas or something, and the video might come up. I'm not 100% sure. Well, they say if you stay where you can see the water and not go like below deck or something, and then if you eat green apples are supposed to be good for you.
Yeah, and you stay in the middle of the ship.
And stay, midship. It wasn't quite as bad. When we went up, I think there was a show in the theater, so we went up to the theater, which is at the very beginning of the ship, or the very front of the ship, and you get that rocking going on. I got a little seasick up there.
Yeah.
So... And I actually got a little seasick on our last cruise because we got a cabin on the very back of the boat, which I like being on the very back of the boat. But the seas got a little rocky, and it kind of gave me a little bit of nauseous going on. Not horribly bad, but I wasn't feeling good. I didn't eat dinner that one night, remember? Because we were eating way too much anyway, but I just wasn't feeling it. Grandma Lynn's in. Hey, Grandma Lynn. Hey, Lynn. Troy said he's been seasick.
It's not for everybody. So were you seasick when you were on the in the Marine Corps on deployment? Is that when you got seasick, Troy?
So this is a picture of the theater for Celebrity Mercury. That was one of the first times I took a lot of pictures because it was the first time we were on a ship. And like I said, we went out of Baltimore and we sailed for 3 days before we got to our first port. And then we went from 5 days from one port to a next each day. So that was 8 days before we turned around to go back, and then another 3 days back to port. And when we were going back to port, the 3 days it took us to get back to port is when you were kind of like, okay, I've seen enough. I'm ready to be gone from this. I'm ready for this cruise to be over. It was a long time, and we haven't taken one that long since.
Yeah, the smaller crafts, you get seasick a lot quicker than you do on the big ones.
Yeah, that's true. The bigger ones, because we did go on Oasis of the Sea, and we never felt it moving.
Yeah.
It was just
I've gotten a little nauseous out on the lake when we're fishing. Like just the pontoon boats is whacking because all the jet skiers. I said we got to go.
Kevin's here from Hiking with Jackie Boy. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Good to see you. Calvin's here. Calvin, the Boston Terrier. Is Jeff in?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, yep, I see him. Hey, Jeff. Lisa's here. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
I'm glad y'all came to check out our cruise. If anybody wants to come in and chat with us and ask us questions, we're talking about the first cruise we ever took in 2010 that got us kind of hooked on cruising, because after that we were like, yeah, that was fun. Let's do that again, but maybe not for 12 days. The first cruise we actually did take my son and his girlfriend at the time, and which was nice too, because we had somebody there that we knew and, had the experience.
And we did
with
an
us.
inside room.
We did an inside cabin. Our travel agent actually said that was probably the better thing to do. I kind of like the balconies. I got to say that I think the balconies are so much better. You see so much. And hey, Buzzsaw made it. Hey, Buzz.
Hey, Buzz.
And I much prefer a balcony. I would not do an inside room again, because you're just kind of, we didn't stay in there much, but there's really no incentive to stay in an inside room for me anyway. So we did go to pretty much every show I think that they had. Yeah. Just we wanted to have that cruise experience.
Yeah, we even got roped into their little shopping thing that they have. Go here and get this free and get this charm and get this print. Yeah, we got roped into that. That's the only time we got roped into it. After that, we said no.
Yeah, we kind of, the first time, you want to experience everything, and you go to every show and every talk about the ports, and because you just don't know what you're doing. So yeah, Jeff is right. The balcony is the only way to go. You got to be able to see, especially if you're going to some place like Alaska. Now we went to Alaska and had a balcony, and it was amazing. It was cold, but it was amazing.
Well, if anybody's interested, you can go to Royal Caribbean's and do the what did I say? Puerto Plata and the Greek Turk Islands in March of 2028 for 2 people in a balcony for like $1,700.
Probably before they add all the other charges in.
No, that included the taxes and the tips and the trip insurance.
Okay. Todd saying his aunt and uncle did a cruise for 20 plus years overall. They went on an Alaska cruise, never did any other than Alaska after that. Alaska's cold though. We like our diving. Not to say we may not ever be able to dive again.
We may be forced to retire
from diving. I love diving. So we need Caribbean for diving. We need someplace warm for diving. I liked Alaska. We even, my sisters and I went up there to do a missions trip. But it's so cold. I mean, just getting up by those glaciers, it's cold. And I like to be someplace warm. I was on the LST USS
San Bernardino
in 1189, which was a flat bottom land ship. It rocked a lot. Huh.
So was that did that go out of San Diego, or did you go out of Hawaii?
Yeah, see, Jeff said the first cruise he did was an inside cabin too. Maybe I don't know why they recommend that. Maybe because it's cheaper and I don't know. but I definitely don't think it was the better choice. I like the balconies.
Ooh, Okinawa. It got cold in Okinawa too, didn't it?
Mm.
I'd heard stories from some of the guys saying you had to sleep with your clothes under your sleeping bag in the wintertime so they'd be warm when you got up.
Gail is here. Hey, Gail, how you doing? We're talking about our first cruise ever in 2010. Now, this was a show that we went to. Do you remember this show? The chefs were there, and I don't know if they were cooking, but the audience, 3 members out of the audience came up and got to judge the food or something.
No, I don't remember that.
I was trying to remember what it was all about, but honestly, I'm thinking what was happening was I think each of the chefs had somebody out of the audience and they were cooking something together. Like either the chef was teaching them how to cook or something, and then they were judging each of the dishes that the contestant cooked. I'm not sure 100% how that all worked, but you're talking about 16 years ago. I can't remember what happened yesterday, but I ran across that picture and I was like, let me put that picture in there and see if Steve can remember what it's about. No go? You don't remember, huh?
What's that?
What the picture was? The cooking show?
No, I don't. No clues. Don't remember.
Zach saying went to cold weather training to Mount Fuji, Japan. Wow. That was cold.
Yeah. I hate to say it, guys, but I traveled first class everywhere I went when I went out on deployment. That's just one of the perks of being stationed where I was stationed.
So Gail's just saying that we went on a missions trip to Alaska. Yeah, I had just said we had gone up there, not on a cruise, but on a missions trip up there with my sisters. NPP, National Park Princess, is here today. I ran your playlist today, so you were my choice of channels today to run a playlist, and probably ran it for about 6 hours this afternoon. So good to see you. Welcome in. The next picture I have is just the pool area. Of course, all the ships have a pool and hot tubs, and we love to spend some time in the hot tubs. We get up early in the morning to go into the hot tubs to relax our muscles before we head out on excursions, or if it's not a port day, just kind of to get our bodies warmed up for the day. Steve, watch out for those balconies. Val may accidentally bump into you. Oops.
Oh, do you know something I don't, Buzz?
Mm-hmm. Even if you joke about that, if they hear you joking about that, they'll take you off the ship. You can't even joke about pushing somebody overboard or jumping overboard. That's something they don't play with on the ships. So they'll either secure you in your room with a guard outside your room, or they'll escort you off the ship if you're in a port. That's something they don't play with, is teasing somebody about throwing somebody
Buzz,
overboard.
I got a contingency plan in place.
Yeah, I'm sure. Can you swim? MPP didn't fall at the falls. When she went, no twin falls, fall back in the fall. What?
Tongue twister.
I don't think she fell. Did she fall at the falls? I'm thinking. She went off path. She didn't stay on the path, but I don't think she fell.
That's quite a tongue twister there.
No, see, she's saying she didn't fall. Did you push her, Todd? I know, he's kidding. No, that was a good video, though. All right, my favorite part of the cruise is when you first get on the cruise and you get your pina colada. That's when I know vacation has started. Steve's favorite part of the cruise is
Ice cream.
the ice cream.
Yeah.
When he gets on the ship, he finds out where the ice cream is. And get a pina colada. We're ready to go.
Who's hat am I wearing? Oh, that's my Disney hat. I gave that to Dean.
Good job.
Yeah. He liked it.
You don't say bomb on the airplane, and don't rip the mask off the old Long Ranger. You don't mess with Steve. 2 pina coladas, have one for each hand. Well, no, one was for Steve. Steve drinks his pina coladas too sometimes, or whatever. Yeah, we did so many sail away parties that the last few times we were on a cruise. Oh, Dennis in the house. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
The last few cruises we've been on, we've just kind of stayed on our balcony. We go get our pina coladas and our ice cream, whatever else we want. We go to our balcony and we either get my sisters and my mom on Facebook portal and let them sail away with us from the balcony, or we do a live stream and go off with a live stream going. I do have the internet package for our upcoming cruise, and we may just live stream as we go out. I don't know. We're going with friends, so it depends what they want to do too.
I mean, if you do it early in the morning, you can do it.
Yeah.
It'd probably be the best time to do it. But I don't.
Off the cruise ship?
Yeah.
We're not on the cruise. The goes out. Sail away is like 4 in the afternoon.
I'm just saying, and you probably do it during the cruise if you want.
Yeah, that's true. I may pop up from time to time. Spongy. Hey, Spongy. How's your mom? She doing good tonight?
Hey.
All right. So next picture. Nobody wants to come on stage, huh? Let me check. Make sure nobody's in there. All right. Come on. If anybody wants to come on the stage with us. There you go. Jeff's saying he tried live streaming the sail away party and got a copyright slap. For what? Music. Oh, the music. Yeah. Oh, so if you're on your balcony, you shouldn't have the music. But you could get a copyright strike and it's not going to affect your channel. You just can't monetize. There's only one time that I've ever had a video up that the music in the video was not even allowed. It had to be removed. And you can do that, or YouTube can remove it for you. I just removed the clip that had the Misty. There's Mama down home Misty style. That's Spongy's mom. She's in the house now. Hey, how you doing, Misty? Still sick? Oh my gosh, you've been sick a while. I hope you're feeling better soon. I know a few people sick. Dennis is sick too. Dennis needs to get better too. He's got the crud. Misty's got the crud. I got over the crud. I was coughing for like 3 weeks or something. It took me a while to get over it. Oh, you had to remove the whole video. Well, it's a live stream. That's all right, I guess. I don't know. I still live stream. I've never gotten dinged on a live stream.
I just don't remember when you live streamed.
We've done it a couple of times from the ship. But I can try to do it. I mean, I can try not at the sail away party. I'm not going to do it at the party where the music is playing. I would do it from my balcony. Dennis, thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. You got 9 copyright strikes for one video? The live stream at Saluda. That's crazy. Yeah, my cough hung on. Even when I was feeling better, my cough still hung on for like a week and a half or 2 weeks. I can't believe you got 9 copyright strikes. Did they make you take the video down? I probably would have just taken it down. I don't know. That's crazy. I've never had more than one on a video. I've had copyright strikes on videos that have been up for a couple of years, and then they say, "Oh, you have a copyright strike on this video," and I look at it and go, "That video's been up for 2 years. Why are you copywriting me on it now?" I mean, that it was crazy. I've had a couple like that. All right, next picture is. Do you remember on Celebrity Mercury? They had like the salt water.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that. That was kind of nice. That was in the front of the ship too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was in the front of the ship, and every time you did a lot of sloshing.
And tell them what it was.
It was sea salt, or it was seawater.
It was
ocean water.
Supposed to have healing or something. I don't know. Something make you relax, and it's supposed to be good for your body. I've never been on another ship that had the saltwater bath.
Yeah,
it cost a little bit extra.
Yeah, we paid extra to be a part of it.
But I mean, it was worth it. We would go every day and just lay in that salt water, and it felt good. It was heated. It was very like a huge hot tub with salt water is basically what it was. But and it had the jets and everything. It was really nice. That's the only ship we've ever been on that had that, and now it's not even in Celebrity anymore. People saying they've never been on cruises. Y'all need to go try a cruise. I think cruises are awesome. I know people who don't like being on the water. They get seasick or whatever, but there's things you can do to get around being seasick.
You have a meetup.
I have a YouTube meetup on a ship. I would do that.
Go out of Houston and go on.
All right, remember this?
Western Caribbean. Yeah, I remember that.
Did you win?
I don't think I did, no.
Did a putt-putt contest. They've done it on other ships too.
Yeah.
They do the beanbag toss thing. What it cornhole? Yeah, cornhole on some ships.
I don't know that I can really swing a golf club right now.
Yeah, well, that's not really swinging. That's putt-putt.
Yeah.
How much does it typically cost altogether to do all the extra stuff during a 7-day cruise? The extra stuff on a ship usually doesn't cost any money at all because all the shows are free.
So like if you want to do the spa, you got to pay extra for the spa stuff.
But that depends what you want to do. You don't have to do any of that.
The excursions, sometimes when you book the cruise, you get what do they call it?
Onboard credits.
Onboard credits. So you can use your onboard credits to pay for most of your excursions, depending on how expensive they are.
Right. So, I mean, we usually do maybe a city tour on some places, and maybe they're $50 a person or something. So that would take up, $100 of your onboard credits. A lot of times you get a couple $100 in onboard credits. Our diving is usually, what do we pay? 150 or something a person for diving. And then
so
we sometimes do snorkeling or Chris is in from Ari's World. Hey, Chris.
So all the food in the main dining room and some of the other common areas is free.
Right.
The drinks would be juices, coffee, are free, but everything else you got to pay for. So like if you want alcohol, you got to pay for it. If you want bottled water, you got to pay for it. You can buy drink packages, which would include unlimited everything. Specialty coffees you'd have to pay for. This last cruise, what we did is we didn't get a drink package, right?
No.
I just ordered.
Yeah, we got everything. The last one.
We just got a box of 1-liter bottles of water, and we just stuck it in the fridge in the room, and that was plenty for us. And then we just drank coffee in the dining room and juice.
The specialty coffee was extra.
Yeah, the specialty. We didn't have any specialty. Well, if we
Yeah, we
did,
didn't.
we had specialty coffee, but we had to pay for it.
We figured for the price it costs for a drink package, we don't drink that much. So if we had one drink a day plus maybe a specialty coffee or a glass of wine at dinner, we still wouldn't be paying the price per day that we would pay for the drink package. For us, it didn't make sense. Now on the cruise coming up,
We are.
we got package deals. So because we're staying, well, I don't want to tell too much because I want to do a live stream on the cruise coming up in April. So is beer normal price or ballpark price? Probably ballpark price.
I don't know. $6, $7.
Probably what you would pay if you went out to a ball game or something.
Does that sound like ballpark? $6, $7? Depends on what beer you get, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know because we don't go to bars and stuff, so we don't really know how much beer. And we're not big beer drinkers. I don't drink beer. If I have a choice, I'm going to get a glass of wine. Steve might drink a beer on the cruise ship.
No,
You do sometimes.
I have, but I just I'm sorry, I don't have my taste buds. Don't like it, so.
Todd, you would be a candidate for the beverage package.
Yeah, you sure
Paying
would.
as you go is expensive. Definitely ballpark prices, not
Yep.
your local bar prices. Yeah, we don't drink like that. I may drink a pina colada during the day if I'm playing bingo or, doing whatever. And we haven't even had bingo on the ships in the last few ships we've been on,
Yeah,
haven't even offered bingo.
No, they went away from it.
And so I might have a pina colada. If we're at the ports, we don't drink because we're at the ports. So maybe when we get back on the ship, maybe I'd have a drink or something, or have a drink with dinner. Just wait to dinner and have a glass of wine or something. But for the couple of drinks that I drink, he's like charging you $100-some a day for a beverage package.
Sock says he doesn't like beer either.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
All right.
You mean Jeff's beer? You mean the Jeff beer?
Depends on who. What depends on what brand it is, doesn't it?
Yeah. Bingo pina coladas. Yeah. I've actually won money playing bingo on the ship. We don't really do casino that much. We may play a little bit of the pinball, slot machines, whatever they're called. But we have a certain amount of money that we can waste. And then when we waste it, we're done. And we normally don't win. Sometimes we come out even, but that's about it. Jeff beer. Yeah, it's the Jeff beer. Leah's in Hockenberry Holler. Hi, Leah. How are you? All right. So first stop on this cruise was St. Thomas.
St. Thomas. Give it a minute. Let it catch up.
St. Thomas. No, it's caught up. We're ahead of them. So this was our first stop on the cruise, and we went to Blackbeard's Castle, is what they called it. It was nothing like a castle. It was just a tower, actually, Blackbeard's Tower. So this is basically a picture or a couple of statues from in front of the tower.
Blackbeard,
yeah, Blackbeard. So St. Thomas was our very first port ever. That was where we went first. Back in action. We'll check back later. Okay. Are you delivering food tonight, Chris?
Who are you talking to?
Chris from Ari's World said, back in action. I will check back later. So I'm not sure what he's doing here, unless I missed something in the chat. Yes, Jack Sparrow. So what did you think of St. Thomas?
I like St. Thomas.
It was our first experience in a different culture, and they were pretty depressed.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like to at some point like to try staying there for more than just a couple hours. Just to that way you get more like St. Croix and I like St. Croix, but as far as the scenery, St. Thomas was better. St. Croix was,
You think?
yeah, I do. I mean, St. Croix was great because of what we got to do. But,
This is St. Croix. St. Croix was our second port. St. Thomas was our first one.
okay.
So St. Croix, we did the 4-wheelers.
Yep, we did. That was pretty awesome. So in St. Croix, we 4-wheeled the whole island, and it was pretty cool because we went to different spots, and they had a place for the oil tankers to dock, and they refined oil there on the island. And when the island was first inhabited, they had a reptile problem. They had a lot of snakes, so they brought in the mongoose. And the mongoose eradicated the snake problem. And then when the snake problem was eradicated, the mongoose still had to eat. So then they started going after the turtle eggs.
So that was my son on the 4-wheeler there. I didn't have any pictures of us on the 4-wheeler, but that was our son in that picture.
One of us standing by a 4-wheeler.
Yeah, but it was all of us standing by the 4-wheeler. So I didn't do that picture. But Chris is saying they can honestly save. I have never been on a cruise, and if I go with Val and Steve, they would figure out a way to rock the boat so I would get motion sickness. Well, we do like to get Leah a little sick sometimes. We spin the teacups and stuff.
I can't even get you to go on the pontoon boat.
Yeah, she hasn't even been on the pontoon boat. Did we go to Megan's Bay? Did we go to Megan's Bay? I think we did.
We did.
Where was that? Was that St. Thomas?
We saw, St. Thomas. We saw it. I don't know that we actually went to the bay, but we saw it.
Yeah. So this is coming up, I hope. This is 4 pictures of us where we were 4-wheeling the different parts of the island that we went on while we were 4-wheeling. So I just took these pictures out of our photo album that we put together. And I just took pictures of the pictures because I didn't want to take the pictures themselves out of I had them in like a scrapbook, and they were kind of attached to the paper. So I didn't want to undo the scrapbook to get the pictures out. So the pictures, I'm just taking pictures of pictures.
Yeah, that was from riding the 4-wheelers.
Yeah, he's saying the bay that we were just talking about was in St. Thomas.
Yeah. So we went by an old sugar mill, and it was pretty cool to look at the way they built it. When they built the sugar mills, they actually used the sugar paste or water to help hold it together. And some of them are still standing today. Because that back in the day when they first inhabited the island, sugar cane was one of the things that they produced and shipped out of there.
They did say that, yeah. So Leah's saying she wants fishing lessons. She thinks she can handle the pontoon boat.
All right.
All right, you're on. You got to get yourself up here this summer. I think this is one of the only boats that we were on that had the midnight party. Did any of the other boats have the midnight party? The other ships that we were on?
I don't think so.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember the night party. Yeah.
They were up on the pool deck, and they had the chefs up there, and they had like a full buffet, like anything.
It was good eating that night.
Yeah, we had pork barbecue and chicken and you name it. It was on this buffet.
Any kind of fruit that you like.
Yeah.
Watermelon, strawberries, anything. Cantaloupe, honeydew, pineapple.
I think this ship probably had more food than any other ship we've been on. Yeah. Any kind of food.
They've drastically changed their food service since this cruise.
Yeah. Because you could order room service and there was no extra charge. They would just bring you whatever you wanted. My son sat in the room a lot, just ordered food. And I said, why don't you come out of the room and do something? He said, it's free. I said, but that doesn't mean you got to eat everything on the ship. So I don't know. They had a lot of food on that ship. And, you know, the midnight party, I don't think that any ship does the midnight parties anymore.
They didn't do that on the New Year's cruise we went on.
Mm-mm. That was fun, though.
It's all about costs.
It is a lot about cost. All right. We have 15 people watching. Do we have 15 thumbs up? I don't know. Y'all are giving me thumbs up on this. All right. Let's see what we got our next picture.
Yes, we go off season.
Yeah, definitely go off season. It's cheaper, and we don't try to go past September. September, October, November is hurricane season, and we don't take the chance of going on hurricane season. We really don't want to deal with hurricanes. So awesome. 15 thumbs up. NPP says we have 15 thumbs up. Awesome.
So there is no curfew, Todd. It used to be you could eat on the ship 24 hours a day, but now that's changed a little bit too. Late at night, you could probably find a pizza place and eat pizza.
Oh, that's true.
But
they do have those on some of the ships.
They don't serve 24 hours anymore like they used to. On that particular cruise, you could have gotten food 24 hours. It does calm down after a while. But, I mean, everybody's got to sleep at some point, I guess.
Oh, Deb is here. Parker and Lily. Hi, Deb. And I checked the mail, the post office, and I still did not see the package you're talking about. So I don't know what went on with that package. Where? Scott. Oh, hi, Scott. Where's Scott?
Oh, here you go. Scott.
Oh, that's Steve. Oh, you found out what happened?
Who's Scott?
Scott. This is not Scott. This is Steve. We don't really know Scott. There is a Scott Ferguson that watches the channel. I don't know him, though. He doesn't make... Oh, my Fluffy Peg is here. Hi, Veronica. She has 14 dogs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I watched her live stream last night. I think she was live streaming last night, and she had all her dogs except for 3 of them out there. Steve, duh. Mm-hmm. She said Steve, duh. Yeah, he's Steve, duh. So our next port, we went St. Thomas, St. Croix,
St. Kitts,
and then we went to St. Kitts. So in St. Kitts, we did horseback riding. We booked this. We didn't book this through the ship, but we did learn from this that we really should book stuff through the ship, because the ship will make sure that the excursions you're booking are safe and like kind of checked out.
Yeah.
These guys were amazing, and it was an amazing experience. They picked us up from the port and they took us to their house, and it was raining, so we kind of like got to sit around and talk to the locals, and I mean, it was awesome. I really thought it was an awesome experience.
And then St. Kitts is a British Virgin Island.
And there was somebody there from Antigua, I think, on their front porch with them, a friend of theirs.
Yeah.
The postwoman put a new tag and sent it to her relative box instead. What? Why did she? Is that true? The post office lady stole the package? That's crazy. I hope they do something about that. So anyway, what we found out about these horses were they were very small, and the guy in the black jacket on the horse is my son, and my son was not a small boy at that time. I mean, he's lost weight since then, but he when that he got on that horse, and I told him, I said, that horse is not going to hold him. And he got on it, and that horse's knees buckled. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
That horse's knees just buckled. But I mean, they said, oh, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. But I did not really feel safe on those horses. I mean, we took them up. Talk about where we went.
So we went riding into the jungle. And the one particular part of the jungle is what they said. That is where they filmed one of Chuck Norris's missing in action films. They used that location for the filming.
Right.
Yeah, and there was a lot of monkeys there. You could hear the monkeys in the distance.
Oh, the monkeys were running in front of our horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time I picked up my camera to take a video, the monkeys would take off. So I never got any video of the monkeys. But I wasn't posting video back then anyway. So it really, you know, I didn't have any video of this trip on YouTube at all. So she's saying, are you serious that the post office stole that package? She should be fired. Yes, she should. Can't get pumpkin coffee anymore. I couldn't find pumpkin spice anything. I mean, I appreciate you trying to do that for us. Thank you so much. Hey. We can't control the post office and what they do.
Yeah. So Jeff says they've done excursions through the ship and outside the ship. Send us your contacts for outside the ship for some of the ports that you've done.
Yeah.
So we have that resource. Jeff.
Yeah, I like booking through the ship because if something does happen, the ship will have to wait for you because you booked through the ship. If you don't book through the ship, then there's no guarantee that ship is going to wait.
Tell her, guys, it's all about the adventure. Tell her.
Not when my clothes are on the ship and my butt's stuck on the port. It's not an adventure. Okay. Well, I mean, don't worry about it. I appreciate the thought, Deb. Where are you going this time? Well, Jeff, you're just going to have to wait and see. I've got to put my notes together for the video. We've just paid our last payment on it, and we've just done the online check-in thing, but it's a different cruise line than we're used to going on. So I really have to do a little more research before I can do a live stream on it. And I want to dedicate a live stream to where we're going in April. So I will put that together and give you all that information once I get time to sit down and put it together. Right now, my main focus right now is this craft fair next weekend. And that's where I'm spending most of my free time, is getting my crafts done for that in the afternoons. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, after St. Kitts, did we finish with St. Kitts?
I think so. So I would probably say you want to try Celebrity. There's less kids on it.
Less kids.
Royal Caribbean and what is the other one? Carnival.
Carnival is, yeah, don't do Carnival.
They're all party ships with a lot of kids.
Yeah, Carnival's a definite party ship, and they have some
probably
fights.
Princess Cruise Lines.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff. What do you cruise on, Jeff? Celebrity tends to be more adults. There are some kids. I'm not going to say there aren't kids. Avoid spring break or times when the kids are out of school, because you're going to have more kids on the ships in those times.
Yeah.
So you want to avoid anytime the kids are out of school. We made that mistake once, and the ship was full of kids. And it wasn't the best experience for us. Norwegian is a mid-level party. We've never done Norwegian. Well, not to say we won't ever try it, but we may do it just, he cruises Norwegian. We might do it just for the experience of doing it. This is us in Antigua. We are on a little boat that's heading out to Stingray Village or Stingray City. Stingray City, I think it was called. We had booked the excursion to go and swim with stingrays. Remember?
Yeah,
He remembers.
I remember that.
Um,
They love shrimp.
Princess and Celebrity is probably the best for a little more low key. Yep, I think Princess is a little more pricey than Celebrity, but if you watch, you can get some deals in these places. It depends what you want to do and where you want to go and what you're going to add onto your package if you're going to add anything onto your package. Princess is for us older, slower folks, and PP says, although they still have party people on board. Yeah, that's true.
Some people go just to go to the casinos.
That's true too. People get deals if they're casino. They go to the casinos. So this was a picture of me in Antigua playing with the stingray. So they put the stingray facing you onto your hands to get your picture. I didn't really have any fear at all of touching them or feeding them. Their mouths were underneath, and we put shrimp on our hands, and
you got to stay away from the tail.
And then they would come over our hands and they would suck the shrimp up off our hands, and that was pretty cool experience.
Yeah. Well, who's the name? What's the name of the guy who died from a stingray bite?
That was a freak accident.
Yeah, but what was his name?
I don't know. The crocodile hunter. There are singles cruises, Todd. I don't. You would have to research it. I'm not sure what ships have them. But I did see a video the other night about singles cruises, and I don't even remember which ship they were talking about. So, yeah, Steve Irwin.
Yeah. So how did you get your cruise from the casino? What?
He's in there.
Oh.
Who got a casino cruise?
Jeff.
Oh, yeah. How did you get that? Maybe because, I don't know. Do you have to gamble a certain amount of money to get a casino cruise? Really? There's adult areas only on Disney? I would think Disney would just be packed with kids. That would be a nightmare for me because I don't mind kids. I love kids. I love my grandkids and my kids. But if I'm going on vacation and it's us only, I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of people's kids because people don't take care of kids the same way we do these days. You know, they let them do whatever they want and run over, and you know, they're in your space. I don't want.
It's all about the adventure, honey.
Not the children adventure. It's the adventure childrenless adventure is what it is. But we've never done Disney.
Chris is saying that you'd be shocked. It's not all kids, many adults only.
Yeah. I don't know. We've never done Disney. I don't know that Disney's so expensive too. I don't know that's something we would even want to do. What's the next picture? No kids. See, everybody's saying kids, no way. You know, everybody's agreeing. We know we don't. We love our kids to stay home so we can have an adult time. So our final port on this cruise was St. Martin, and we ended up on the English side and the British side. Is that how it is called?
Yeah.
St. Martin's?
Who's that? That's not
that
me.
Was you.
That's not me.
Yes, it is.
No,
look at it. Look. See, you were 16 years younger. Back when he was younger. So what is it called? The English side and the French side?
The French side is got the nude beaches.
So, yeah. So we ended up on both sides, French and Dutch at St. Martin's. But so it's French and Dutch, Jeff is saying, at St. Martin's. So, and we just went to St. Martin's too on like 2 cruises. No, that was St. Thomas. We went back to St. Thomas for diving. But yeah, we decided to do an excursion on the water, which ended up taking us over to the French side from the Dutch side. And where are we going? Said, let's go. Are you watching football or something?
Yeah.
Is that what they're doing?
I don't know.
So let's go. Okay, let's go. Who's ready? Let's go on a cruise. Are y'all ready now? Have we talked this up enough? All right. So they called these rhinos, and they were kind of like jet skis. And even though I was 16 years younger,
she didn't like it.
I didn't like it at all.
I enjoyed it.
They were going way too fast. I was being thrown around. I could have fallen off the back and Steve wouldn't even have known because he was just trying to keep up with them.
So tight is all I had to do, honey.
No, I couldn't because I was getting bounced so bad. My back, it was killing my back. Absolutely killing my back. There would be no way possible I would ever do that again. It was not good for my back. Did not enjoy it. We were supposed to go to an area on the French side and do some snorkeling. Steve and I were the only ones that got off the rhinos. The rest just sat on them and waited for us to be done snorkeling. This naked guy was swimming by. It was like, I think we need to get out of here. And then we had to get back up on the rhinos in the middle of the water. And the guy was just pulling me by my arms to get me back up on the machine. And he told Steve he wasn't going to help him. He had to get up by himself. You remember all that?
Mm-hmm.
He don't remember.
I didn't need his help anyway.
I didn't ever want to do that again. Was not for me at all. Anyway, so, I mean, St. Martin's was okay. We didn't really see much. When you're doing the water sports and stuff, you don't really get to see too much else of the island. So, I mean, that's why the island tours are good. And we have been to several islands more than once. Mexico, I love Mexico. We've been to Mexico several times. And, trekking with Deb and Mike. Hey, Deb and Mike, how are you? Y'all doing good? Thank you all for coming in. This is so awesome that
I
all
agree
of you
with
come
Jeff,
in.
a YouTuber cruise.
I would do a YouTuber cruise.
Where y'all want to go out of? You want to go out of Houston? You want to go out of Fort Lauderdale, Tampa Bay, Baltimore?
I would go down to Houston.
Miami.
Okay, they said they're doing great. All right, then they had, when we were on this cruise, they had 2 formal nights because it was such a long cruise. So this next picture is going to be one of the formal nights that we did. Look how young we looked. Look how young you looked in that picture.
Yeah.
Actually shaved too.
Yeah.
I was going to show you my formal night pictures, but my hair, I don't know what happened to my hair. My hair was something else in those pictures. I said, I am not going to show them these pictures of my hair. Not that my hair is any better now. It's much thinner, but I've never had good hair. There's no access to the ocean from Houston. That might be a problem. Yeah, that might be a problem.
Well, where do they go out of down there? I know they go out of there somewhere.
Yeah, there is cruises out of Florida. I mean, Texas. I'm not sure where. Oh, you worked on Holland America. Did you like that? And what did you do? Why don't you come on board? Come on board and tell us what you did as an employee, Galveston. No, I could go to Galveston. I would love to find out what it's like to be an employee on one of these ships. There's the link if you want to come on and talk to us about it. We try to take care of our room. Oh, you were a nurse. Oh, that's cool. Did you have to sign like a contract for like 6 months or a year or something like that to do that? We always try to take care of our room stewards. The last few I've taken gifts. I don't know this time what we'll be doing. I haven't got that far in my brain yet, but I always like to bring them a little something. We'd like to take the cruise ducks. We didn't do that at the beginning, but we've started to become cruise ducks, cruise duckers.
Yeah, and they love it. The crew
Yeah.
love it when you give them a duck.
We don't hide them for the guests. We give them as tips to the employees. Like if I go in a public restroom and there's a housekeeper in there cleaning the restroom, I give her a duck and say thank you for working so hard. Or if somebody brings me a drink, I give them a duck. Or if somebody cleans our table in the pool area, I give them a duck. They love them. What did we did? The lady that was doing the art, that was doing the painting classes with us. We gave her a duck on the last one, and she gave us a duck. We exchanged ducks. Oh, you signed a 2-week contract. That's a short contract. I've never heard of one that short.
Did you like it? The 2 weeks that you were doing that? What kind of duck? What kind of duck?
Who said what kind of duck?
Sorry.
What kind of duck? Oh, hang on. I think this is the duck she gave us. The little plastic ducks. The ones that the Jeep people also have. I have the smaller ones too. There's some, you can buy the smaller ones too. Oh, there's Deb. There she is.
There I am. Sorry. I was trying to figure out how to do this.
That's all right. I got to turn this up so I can hear you.
Oh, that's okay. I'm trying to get someplace where I can see what I'm doing. You guys will have a great time.
Yeah, we had a great. This cruise was our very first cruise we ever took in 2010, and we've been on since then, pretty much 1 to 2 every year since then.
Wow, that's great.
Except for like 2020 when nobody was going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then the year after, we ended up going to Belize before. I don't know. We ended up going to Belize and just flying in to Himanasi to the dive resort instead of cruising, because we wanted to try out a dive resort, and it was really nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's where she tried to smuggle. She smuggled stuff back into the country in her body.
Yeah, I got bit by a bot fly and ended up with bot fly larva in my leg that was growing.
That happens a lot in Peru.
Does it really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see any bot flies in Peru.
Yeah, I think it depends on the season.
Right. Hopefully. And I thank you for telling me that, because I'm going to keep my eye open. But I think I got bit the very first night when we got in our cabana. We had a cabana on the beach for a week, and there were flies in the cabana, and I didn't know what they were. So I know the first night I got bit because I had like a welt on my leg when I woke up in the morning, but not realizing what it was, And I don't know at that point if there's anything I could have done about it, but I had to have that surgically removed from my leg when I got home.
Could you feel it moving in there?
Yes. It was like snacking on me. Like there was, I don't want to get anybody grossed out, but it bled a lot.
Oh, yeah, that would be weird to feel it moving in your leg.
Yeah. It wouldn't come out. Yeah. You could the pain was terrible because it was in there, and I don't know if it was munching on me or what it was doing, but
that's crazy.
It was a very painful experience.
Oh my gosh. Well, you asked about me working on the cruise ship,
Yes.
and I only made it a few days. I got to, it was with Holland America, and we were going out of Boston. And before I got to, let's see, what was the name of the port in Maine? Bar Harbor. And I got really sick, and I was feeling confused, and my cabin had methane poisoning coming out of the.
Oh,
my
no.
goodness.
It's really rare, and I had the worst headaches. So the nurse practitioner or PA called the Coast Guard and asked them to have the ship stopped, but they were already in international waters, so they didn't stop it. They told Holland America told me they would pick me up in Prince Edward Island, and I said I just want to go home. So
Oh,
Mike was,
no.
yeah, that was my training, and then I was supposed to meet Mike in Quebec City, and then he was going to sail back with me, but he didn't get to come.
Oh,
So
no. But you had only signed a 2-week contract, or you just
yeah,
ended up in the ship for 2 weeks?
yeah, I didn't want to do full time because then you sign a 6-week or 6-month contract, and that
Right.
would have been fine. Mike could have come with me and everything, but I had another job that I preferred to keep too.
Yeah.
And so I had just started a job at a hospital as a regular employee. So I thought, okay, I'll just do it part time. And so, but you're an officer when you're a nurse, so you have a lot more advantages. When I would see the crew in the lower deck, they worked under pretty difficult conditions.
Yeah, I've seen some of those crew videos the crew put out,
Mhm.
and that they work hard. And that's why I say I try to take care of our room stewards because I know how hard and how many hours they work.
Yeah, and it was people in the engine room that I had the heart, that made me feel the worst
Oh,
because they would
really?
have, yeah, because they would have special times that they would come up into the clinic, and we had two physicians, one for the people on the ship and one for the employees, and so they would get some pretty bad burns and injuries down there,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, and mostly they didn't. They were pretty safe, but it was different than in the United States with OSHA and workman's comp and everything.
Right. Yeah,
I'm kind
we went to an engine room on a backstage tour one time. You remember
of,
that?
Yeah.
yeah, but
Behind the scenes tour.
Have Fun in
yeah.
Nature's here too. I want to say hi to them. Hi.
Oh, well, I'm not going to tie up your chat anymore. I want you to tell us more about your thing. I just stopped in for a few minutes.
Oh, we're trying to find something to talk about tonight, and we have video. We have the photo albums from our first 5 trips, and then after that, we said, well, we're going to end up with 10,000 photo albums. We need to stop making photo albums from every cruise we go on. So we said, let's just pull our first photo album of the very first cruise we were ever on and talk about that, because we're going to be talking about our upcoming cruise sometime soon. So that's basically, we just kind of picked the subject tonight. If you all have any subjects you want us to talk about, yeah, I thank you, Deb, for coming in and hanging out with us. That was very cool. We appreciate that. But we are going to have. I'm working on a special guest for the end of February, and I hope that everybody will come and support for that.
Parker and Lily need a wrench.
Oh, they don't wrenched? Parker and Lily don't have a wrench? Well, we have to fix that. Hold on. There you go. Parker and Lily. Deb, you have a wrench now. But if y'all, I know Todd sent me a suggestion for a video, or trekking with Deb and Mike.
They're not wrenched either.
Oh no, what am I doing? They need a wrench too. All right. Deb, I'm going to give you a wrench too. Oops. What am I doing? It's not letting me. There we go. All right. Deb, you have a wrench now too. So we're thinking about maybe doing one with anybody who's been in the military, because Todd has a question for anybody who's been in the military. I have that question. So if anybody that's been in the military wants to come on a live stream with us on a Tuesday night, let me know. You can send me a message on one of my videos or send me an email or whatever. Maybe Sock, maybe Troy. Not sure who else. But let me know, and we will do a military question kind of video because Todd has inquiring minds and he has a question for us. But we've been an hour. I don't like to go too far over an hour to respect everybody's time because I appreciate y'all coming in. Sock said he'll be in the video. We'll have to figure out a week to do it. Maybe let me look at my calendar and I'll comment on one of your videos and ask you if you're available. Donnie was in the Army. Is Donnie here? Donnie's not here. Oh, Berry just got in. Hey, Berry. How are you tonight? I enjoyed your Bible reading the other night, that last night before. I really enjoyed that. I can do that, but all my time, what do you say? It's going too fast.
The stateside. It's all right. It's all right. So is mine.
Yeah, that doesn't matter if it was stateside. That doesn't matter. It's not the question Todd has. Todd has another general question. So don't worry about that. We'll make it, we don't have to talk about that stuff. We're going to just talk about other things. We're just going to make it fun. Let's see, but we're all Marines. When I was at the VA yesterday, when did I go to the VA? Yesterday, there was the room that I was in had a variety of different branches of the service in there, and they were picking on the Marines. Yes. That's because they just wish they were as good as us.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I mean, don't hate us because we're beautiful.
Hoorah.
Dude. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming in.
And hi, NDR.
Nature Dog Rounds is in?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys waited till the end. You got to come in an hour earlier. Hey, Chris.
Have a good night, Chris.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Good night,
thank you all for coming. It was fun. And
That was a quick hour and 15 minutes.
It really was a quick hour. So who are you going to call? Nah, the Marines. That's right. 7:00 Eastern time, Tuesdays. And we will see you there. Good night, all. Thank you.
Who's my fluffy pet?